Hello and welcome to CBA, coming to you from Hargeysa, Somaliland. My name is Abdillahi Hassan and you are watching CBA News in brief. Dozens of people were killed and more than 90 others were injured following a truck bomb attack on the southern outskirts of Mogadishu on Saturday morning. A lorry loaded with explosives exploded at X Control Junction during rush hour. 70 people were killed in the attack so far. Among them were 20 university students whose bus was caught in the attack. The casualties also include security officers manning the checkpoint, small business owners and pedestrians. Foreign nationals are also reported to be among the victims. Omar Mahmoud Mohammed, the mayor of Mogadishu who visited the scene, said the number of casualties may go up. Members of the public and officials are drawing parallels between the bombing and the biggest terrorist attack that Mogadishu has ever seen. Almost 600 people were killed in Mogadishu in 2017 in a twin blast named Zobe attack. The blast comes amid heightened security across the city in the past few months to avert such attacks. The precautions include security surveillance cameras set up in all streets of the capital. No group has so far claimed responsibility for attack, but the mayor of Mogadishu has blamed it on the armed group Al-Shabaab. The group has frequently carried out attacks in the Somali capital, targeting the federal government of Somalia installations and business centers. Somalia's President Mohamed Abdillahi Hassan addressed the nation after the blast that claimed 70 lives in the capital Mogadishu. President Hassan condoled the families and the loved ones of the victims of the terrorist attack and called them martyrs. He prayed for the speedy recovery of all the injured people. The head of the state said the victims include poor people going to work early in the morning to provide for their families. Hassan said the target of the terrorist attack showed their commitment to massacring the people of Somalia. He said the purpose of the attack was to terrorize the people and the government of Somalia and make them succumb to despair. President Hassan directed all government agencies to provide relief to the victims of the blast. Somalia's Prime Minister Hassan Ali Khayre has cancelled his trip to Dhuusamareeb following the car bomb attack in Mogadishu, which so far has claimed at least 90 lives. The trip to troubled Galmudug state was aimed at resolving the political impasse that has left the election of the state in limbo. The Prime Minister of the federal government of Somalia, Hassan Ali Khayre, has appointed a national task force to coordinate emergency response for victims of today's terrorist attack in Mogadishu. The Prime Minister, who first extended his condolences to the victims of the attack, said the committee will coordinate the relief and assistance efforts for those who have lost their lives and loved ones. Hassan Ali Khayre said the government will send the most affected victims who might require specialized medication outside the country. The Prime Minister has called upon the members of the public to pray for the victims and promised that the government will increase the fight against Al-Shabaab. Among the heaviest casualties in the Saturday attack were students from Bernardo University whose bus was ripped off in the attack. Currently, 20 students have so far been confirmed dead following the attack. No group has claimed responsibility. The Interior Secretary of U'id Party, Muhammad Ali Saleh Ramah, was arraigned to court on Saturday morning. U'id officials told the media that their colleague was brought to court with heavily armed guards as he was a terrorist. The court denied him a bail and he was returned to CID detention center after he was formally charged. U'id Party strongly condemned the decision of the court to deny Mr. Ramah a release on bail. Chira Ali Madobe, the chairman of U'id Party's Central Council, said they have appealed the court's decision and will challenge the court's decision. He added that the detention of Mr. Ramah is an attempt to jeopardize the negotiations to settle the electoral dispute. He urged the political parties not to fall for the trap and single-mindedly focus on the negotiations while ignoring all provocations. The Interior Secretary of U'id Party was arrested on Thursday at the Criminal Investigation Department in the capital Hargeysa. He is accused of defaming the Speaker of Somaliland's House of Representatives, Mr. Pasha Mohammed Farah. The governor of Maroodijeex region announced that the regional government resolved a grazing land dispute that has led to a violent confrontation in Ballimatan village. Tama Haji Abdi Ahmed announced that one man was wounded in the land dispute last Wednesday. The man who was shot is recovering well while the assailant is in custody, the governor added. Governor Tama Haji Abdi said that appropriating communal grazing land is the most pressing issue that the regional government grapples with. The governor of Maroodijeex region reiterated the government's commitment to fighting the appropriation of communal grazing lands. In an unforeseen discovery of great importance to the preservation of African cinematic heritage, the negatives of an epic Somali film thought to have been lost was discovered in the vaults of the National Film Archive of India. The Somali Derwish, a 4-hour-long 1985 masterpiece by eminent Somali poet and playwright Saeed Saleh Ahmed, chronicles the revolutionary Somali Derwish movement under the leadership of the legendary anti-colonial fighter Muhammad Abdillahi Hassan. Muhammad Abdillahi Hassan is referred as the father of Somali nationalism and known by the nickname Ciidanka. It chronicles Sayyid Muhammad's 2-decade struggle against British colonialism in the early 20th century till his death in 1920. Shooting of the 280-minute-long film, also known as the Somali Derwishes, began in 1983 and was completed in 1985. It was produced by an Indian company. The film was edited and processed in the now-defunct Bombay lab in Mumbai. The negatives were found by the director of the film, Saeed Saleh Ahmed, after a long search in film vaults across the globe. Another Somali film, an hour-long documentary titled A Future for Somalia, was found on the Indian Film Archives vaults during the search for the Somali Derwish. Thank you for joining us. That was our news brief for this time. Stay tuned for our full and more detailed news coverage with you on Heesta.